Hi, it's the time one slash Bishie, and let's analyze, check out some more Pokemon. So, I tried to see if maybe I can turn my fan up, but you can hear the really clearly, pretty clearly, as it, because it like it's a swivel fan, so it moves from one side to the other, and yeah, you can hear it as it passes by me. So unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to have my fan on the lowest setting and then just endure for this video. Thankfully, this is the last video I need to record for now. So once I'm done, I can turn my fan back up and not melt and be uncomfortable during this recording. So last where we left off was with Houndoom, with the dark category. So we're going to move on to the next category. Also, I found my cat. She was in my roommate's closet. So, not so much my closet, but my roommate's closet has like it's a closet, but then the wall that's closest to the door, inside the closet, it kind of like, there's more space in there, so like, unless you go fully into his room and look in the closet, you can't see where he has additional stuff in there. And he has a box that's clothing in it, and she was just laying right on top of it. But because I just peeked in his room initially, I didn't see her, so I didn't know where she was, and I was looking under the bed and all this, and completely missed that little like nook area. So that's where she's sulking for now. It's fine. So next category is darkness, and we have Murkrow at 198. I feel a little bit better at least knowing where she is. So. It is a dark flying Pokemon. It's 1 foot 8 inches and 4.6 pounds. Feared and loathed by many, it is believed to bring misfortune to all those who see it at night. And the red version is, if spotted, it will lure an unwary person into chasing it, then lose the pursuer on mountain trails. And it evolves into Honchkrow. So next up is Sableye at 302. And there's also a oh my god, that mega version makes it look like a little demon. Then I like how its face is like enlarged in the gem that it's holding. That's very cool. It is Dark Ghost. It's 1 foot 8 inches and 24.3 pounds. It dwells in the darkness of caves. It uses its sharp claws to dig up gems to nourish itself. And the red version says, materials from gems it has eaten float to the surface of its body and can form an infinite number of patterns among individuals. And it doesn't evolve into anything else. But does the mega version have anything more to add? Oh my god. So it's still Dark Ghost. Is still 1 foot 8 inches. So it's still 1 foot 8 inches. But it now weighs 354.9 pounds. Like, wow. Really? Bathed in the energy of mega evolution, the gemstone on its chest expands, rips through its skin, and falls out. It has a gemstone? Oh my god, this thing! Big yikes. Okay, what about his eye? Oh, and its eyes, I guess, is reflecting the gemstone? I guess. And then the red version says it blocks any and all attacks with its giant-sized gemstone. However, the stone's a heavy burden, and it limits Mega Sable Eye's movements. Okay. That's kind of scary, though. Okay, and under the category Daunting, we have Pangoro at 675. It is fighting and dark. It's 6'11 and 299.8 pounds. This Pokemon is quick to anger and has no problem using its prodigious strength to get its way. It lives for duels against Obstagoon. Okay. And it's... Sorry, yawning. Its red version says, using its leaf... Okay. Pangoro can predict the moves of its opponents. It strikes with punches that can turn a dump truck into scrap with just one hit. And its pre-evolution is Pancham. So this category is called Deceiver. And we got Mawile at 303. And there is a mega version too. Oh my god. That's terrifying. It is Steel Fairy. It's 2 foot tall. And it's 25.4 pounds. It uses its docile looking face to lure foes into complacency, then bites with its huge relentless jaws. And the red version says, it chomps with its gaping mouth. Its huge jaws are actually steel horns that have been transformed. Oh my gosh, really? And it doesn't evolve. Let me just see what the mega version does. So, oh, let me see something real quick. So before, this Pokemon is both male, it can be either male or female. The mega version, nobody knows what the gender is. It's still Steel Fairy. It's 3 foot 3 inches. Is that the same or? Oh, it's taller now. Okay. So it grows bigger. And it's 51.8 pounds. It has an extremely vicious disposition. It grips prey in its 2 sets of jaws and tears them apart with raw power. Oh my gosh. That's like nightmare fuel right there. And the red version says, its 2 sets of jaws thrash about violently as if they each had a will of their own. One gnash from them can turn a boulder to dust. Alright. Yeesh. And the next category is Deep Sea. And we have Huntail at 367. It is a water type Pokemon. It is 5 foot 7 inches and 59.5 pounds. It's not the strongest swimmer. It wags its tail to lure in its prey and then gulps them down as soon as they get close. And the red version says, deep seas are their habitat. According to tradition, when Huntail wash up on shore, something unfortunate will happen. Ooh. And it is... its pre-evolution is Clam Pearl. Okay, and the next category is Delivery. And we got Delibird at 225. It is ice flying. It's 2 foot 11 and 35.3 pounds. It carries food all day long. There are tales that lost people who were saved by the food it had. That's kind of cute. Oh god. The red version says, it always carries its food with it wherever it goes. If attacked, it throws its food at the opponent. Oh my god. And it doesn't evolve. Poor thing. Okay, this category is called Desert Croc. And we got Sandile at number 551. Is ground dark. Is 2 foot 4 inches and 33.5 pounds. It submerges itself in sand and moves as if swimming. This wise behavior keeps its enemies from finding it and maintains its temperature. And the red version says, they live hidden under hot desert sands in order to keep their body temperature from dropping. Alright. And their next evolution is Crow-Rock. No. Crow. Let's try again. Okay. Actually, I think it's called Rock. That sounds right. And then the evolution after that is Crocodile. But Rock is the next one we're gonna be looking at. Look at that cool dude. It's number 552. It's ground dark. Is 3 foot 3 inches and 73.6 pounds. Protected by thin membranes, their eyes can see even in the dead of night. They live in groups of a few individuals. And the red version says, thanks to the special membrane covering its eyes, it can see its surroundings clearly even in the middle of the night. Alright. Okay, this category is called Despot. Despot, okay. Never heard of that word before, so. Or if I have, I don't recognize it. So under the category Despot is Tyrantrum at 697. Excuse me. It is Rock Dragon. Is 8 feet 2 inches and 595.2 pounds. This Pokemon is from about 100 million years ago. It has the presence of a king, vicious but magnificent. And the red version says, a single bite from Tyrantrum's massive jaws will demolish a car. This Pokemon was the king of the ancient world. And its pre-evolution is Tyrant. Alright, the next category is called Destruction. And we have Yveltal at 717. It is dark flying. It's 19 feet and 447.5 pounds. When this legendary Pokemon's wings and tail feathers spread wide and glow red, it absorbs the life force of living creatures. Geesh, no wonder it's destruction. Did I say this category was destruction? It's destruction. And the red version says, when its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy from every living thing and turns into a cocoon once more. And this Pokemon doesn't evolve. Sorry, I felt like my hair was tickling me under my headphones. So under the category Devious, we have Purloin at number 509. It's a dark Pokemon. It is 1 foot 4 inches and 22.3 pounds. It steals things from people just to amuse itself with their frustration. A rivalry exists between this Pokemon and Nikit. And then the red version says, opponents that get drawn in by its adorable behavior come away with stinging scratches from its claws and stinging pride from its laughter. And it evolves into Liepard. Wow, you want to talk about devious? Look at this one. This is Morgrem at 860. It is Dark Fairy. It's 2'7", 2'7" and 27.6 pounds. Morgrem prefers dirty tactics like ambushing because it doesn't have confidence in its brawn. Aw, that's almost kind of sad. And the red version says, this Pokemon absorbs negative emotions and turns them into energy. It's popular with people who tend to think gloomy thoughts. And its pre-evolution is Impidimp. I feel like I've said the word Impidimp before. And its next evolution is Grimmsnarl. Oh my god, that's funny. This category is called Diapered. And we got Vullaby at 629. It does look like it's wearing a diaper, even though we know it's the shell. It's dark flying. It's 1 foot 8 inches and 19.8 pounds. It wears a bone to protect it. Okay, it's bone, not shell. It wears a bone to protect its rear. It often squabbles with others of its kind over particularly comfy bones. Sheesh. And then the red version says, Vullaby grows quickly. Bones that have gotten too small for older Vullaby to wear often get passed down to younger ones in the nest. Okay. And it evolves into Mandibuzz. So this next category is called Digging. And we have Bunnelby at number 659. It is a normal type Pokemon. It's 1 foot 4 inches and 11 pounds. It excels at digging holes using its ears. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Using its ears, it can dig a nest 33 feet deep in one night. Wow. And then the red version says, it is very sensitive to danger. The sound of Corviknight's flapping will have Bunnelby digging a hole to hide underground in moments. Okay. And it evolves into Diggersby, and that's going to be the next Pokemon we look at. Oh my gosh, that's actually kind of cute looking. So this Pokemon is number 660. It is normal ground. It's 3 foot 3 inches and 93.5 pounds. With power equal to an excavator, it can dig through dense bedrock. It is a huge help during tunnel construction. And the red version says, the fur on its belly retains heat exceptionally well. People used to make heavy winter clothing from fur shed by this Pokemon. So this category is called Disaster. And we got Absol at number 359. And there's also a Mega version. I like this Mega version. That's really cool looking. Okay, let's see. So it is a dark type. It's 3 foot 11 and 103.6 pounds. Swift as the wind, Absol races through fields and mountains. Its curved, bow-like horn is acutely sensitive to the warning signs of natural disasters. Oh, this thing, okay. And the red version says, because of this Pokemon's ability to detect danger, people mistook Absol as a bringer of doom. Okay. And it doesn't evolve. So with the Mega version, so the Mega version is 3 foot 11, 108 pounds, but no known gender. And the regular version is, it could be both male or female. or it could be male or female, I should say, not both. So now the description says, normally it dislikes fighting, so it really hates changing to this form for battles. Aw, poor thing. Then the red version says, it converts the energy from Mega Evolution into an intimidating aura. Faint-hearted people expire from shock at the sight of it. So for the category Discharge, oh my god, we have Manic Trick at number 310, and it has a Mega version. Why does the Mega version look scared? That looks like a scared face to me. Like it's trying to hide under all those spiky armor. It is an electric type Pokemon. It's 4'11", so it's a little bit it's a little bit taller than me. And it's 88.6 pounds. It stimulates its own muscles with electricity, so it can move quickly. It eases its soreness with electricity too, so it can recover quickly as well. And then the red version says, it rarely appears before people. It is said to nest where lightning has fallen. And its pre-evolution is electric. Let's see what the Mega version says. So the Mega version it's still electric. It jumps to 5'11" and 97 pounds with unknown gender. And Mega Evolution fills its body with a tremendous amount of electricity, but it's too much for Manitrick to fully control. And the red version says, too much electricity has built up in its body, irritating Manitrick. Its explosive speed is equal to that of a lightning bolt. Okay, and this category is called Discipline with Duat at number 502. It is a water type Pokemon. It is 2 foot 7 inches and 54 pounds. Strict training is how it learns its flowing double skull chop technique. Alright. And the red version says, as a result of strict training, each Duat learns different forms for using the skull chops. Alright. So its previous evolution is Oshawott, and it evolves into Samurott. Okay, this category is called Disguise, and we got Mimikyu at number 778. It is Ghost Fairy. It's 0.08 inches and 1.5 pounds. This Pokemon lives in dark places untouched by sunlight. When it appears before humans, it hides itself under a cloth that resembles a Pikachu. And then the red version says, Mimikyu was only recently identified as a Pokemon. People previously thought it was just a ghost wearing a cloth. And it has no other evolutions. Okay, and for the category Diving, we have Lugia at 249. It is Psychic Flying. It's 17 feet and 1 inch. And it's 476.2 pounds. Lugia's wings pack devastating power. A light fluttering of its wings can blow apart regular houses. As a result, this Pokemon chooses to live out of sight deep under the sea. And then the red version says, Oh, it's the same for both red and blue. Alright. And it doesn't evolve into anything else. So under the category D-Gin, I hope that's still appropriate to say. We have, we have Hoopa at 720. Now there's Hoopa Confined, which is this version. And then there's also Hoopa Unbound, which is this version. Oh my god. Big yikes. Oh, that's terrifying. So let's look at Hoopa Confined first. It is Psychic Ghost. It's... oh. No. Okay. Hoopa Unbound is the one I'm supposed to look. That's a didn't. Okay. Hoopa Confined is a completely different Pokemon. Alright. So it's Psychic Dark. It's 21 feet and 4 inches. And it's 1,080.3 pounds. It's, in its true form, it possesses a huge amount of power. Legends of it avarice. We're learning words today.
Avarice.
Avarice. Legends of his avarice tell how it once carried off an entire castle to gain the treasure hidden within. And the red version says, it is said to be able to seize anything it desires with its 6 rings and 6 huge arms. With its power sealed, it's transformed into a much smaller form. And it doesn't evolve. Okay, I was wondering because I'm like, really? Okay, so this category is called DNA. And we got Deoxys at 386. And it's got a normal form, an attack form, a defense form, and a speed form. Okay. It is a psychic Pokemon. It's 5'7" and 134 pounds. 5'7". The DNA of a space virus underwent a sudden mutation upon exposure to a laser beam and resulted in Deoxys. The crystalline organ in this Pokemon's chest appears to be his brain. Okay, that's his brain. And the red version says, Deoxys emerged from a virus that came from space. It is highly intelligent and wields psychokinetic powers. This Pokemon shoots lasers from the crystalline organ on its chest. Okay, and it doesn't evolve into anything else. Okay, and I don't think, nah. Alright, so the other, it's the same size, height, or it's the same height, weight, and description for all forms. Alright. Okay, so this category is called Dog. I was surprised there's only one Pokemon in the category Dog. I would think there'd be a lot more. I would think there'd be like an actual cat category. And we didn't see that because there are a lot of cat Pokemon and there are a lot of dog Pokemon. But in Dog, there's Boltund at number 836. Is electric type Pokemon. It's 3 foot 3 inches and 75 pounds. This Pokemon generates electricity and channels it into its legs to keep them going strong. Boltund can run non-stop for 3 full days. Wow. And the red version says, It sends electricity through its legs to boost their strength. Running at top speed, it easily breaks 50 miles per hour. And its previous version is Yamper. So, I don't know why, but part of me thought this was a horse, but it's a donkey. It's in the donkey category. We got Mud Bray at 749. Bray donkey. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't notice that before. It's a ground type Pokemon. It's 3 foot 3 inches and 242.5 pounds. This Pokemon covers itself in mud that it has regurgitated. Oh my god. The mud won't dry out even if it's exposed to the sun for a long time. And the red version says, though a slow walker, Mudbray is plenty strong. Its pace doesn't change even when it's loaded with 50 times its own body weight. And it evolves into Mudsdale, which is why I thought it was a horse. That's why. So this category is called Dopey. And we got Slowpoke at number 79. And we got regular version, and then we got a Garlean version. It looks like a slug, that version. I'm not gonna lie. Slug Pokemon. It is Water Psychic. It's 3 foot 11, 3 foot 11 inches, and 79.4 pounds. It is incredibly slow and dopey. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. And the red version says, it is always vacantly lost in thought, but no one knows what it's thinking about. It is good at fishing with its tail. Okay. And Slowpoke can evolve into either Slowbro or Slowking. And the Garlean, it is only Psychic. It's 3 foot 11 and 79.4 pounds. Although this Pokemon is normally zoned out, its expression abruptly sharpens on occasion. The cause for this seems to lie in Slowpoke's diet. Okay. And the red version says, because Garlean Slowpoke eats the seeds of a plant that grows only in Galar, their tails have developed a spicy flavor. Oh, that's right. I forget which game it is, but there's one game where they're talking about selling Slowpoke tails to eat. Okay, here we go. So the next category is called Draft Horse. And we have Mudsdale, which we talked about not too long ago, at 750. It is a ground type Pokemon. It's 8 feet 2 inches and 2,028.3 pounds. This Pokemon has been treasured not just for its physical labor, but also because it produces high quality mud used for making pottery. Alright. And the red version, its legs are fortified with mud and harder than stone, and they can reduce a large truck to scrap with one kick. Alright, see? There's Mudbray. Okay, now we've come to the dragon category. And there's several Pokemon in this category. So first up is Horsia at number 116. And yeah, so I went by category alphabetically. And then once I got to the Pokemon in the category, I started going by Pokemon number to make it easier on me. It is a water type Pokemon. It's 1 foot 4 inches and 17.6 pounds. Horsia makes its home in oceans with gentle currents. If this Pokemon is under attack, it spits out pitch black ink and escapes. And the red version, they swim with dance-like motions and cause whirlpools to form. Forcia compete to see which one of them can generate the biggest whirlpool. Oh my god. And its next evolution is Seadra, and then after that it's Kingdra. And the next Pokemon we're going to look at is Seadra. Oh my gosh. I hear one of my neighbors playing mariachi music, I think it is. Yeah, I think it sounds close. Like, I have my headset on that's pretty noise canceling and I can hear it. So it's loud. I'll try not to be too distracted from it. I'm already distracted enough from my view because from my desk it faces my bedroom window, and when I look up there's like buildings, and then above that is sky, and I see a lot of planes flying and you know, flying past. So it's like, ooh, you know, I like watching the planes go by sometimes. And clouds when there's clouds, but it doesn't look like those clouds right now. Like, the sky seems pretty like a darkish blue right now. So Seadra is number 117. It is a water type Pokemon. It's 3'11" and 55.1 pounds. It's the males that raise the offspring. While Seadra are raising young, the spines on their back secrete thicker and stronger poison. Oh yeah, to help protect the babies. And the red version says Seadra's mouth is slender, but its suction power is strong. Oh my god. In an instant, Seadra can suck in food that's larger than the opening of its mouth. That sounds so wrong. I'm just going to move on to the next Pokemon. So next, under the category Dragon, is Dratini at number 147. It is a dragon Pokemon. That's the type. It's 5'11" and 7.3 pounds. It sheds many layers of skin as it grows larger. During this process, it is protected by a rapid waterfall. And the red version says, it is born large to start with. It repeatedly sheds its skin as it steadily grows longer. And it evolves to Dragonair, and then to Dragonites. And Dragonair is the next Pokemon we're going to look at. So Dragonair is number 148. Is again dragon type. It's 13 feet and 1 inch and 36.4 pounds. Wow. Okay, so it's huge, but very light, like a cloud. Almost. I mean, it's 13 feet, yet it's 36.4 pounds. Like, what? They say that if it emits an aura from its full body, the weather will begin to change instantly. And the red version says, it is called the Divine Pokemon. When its entire body brightens slightly, the weather changes. Okay. And the next Pokemon we're going to look at is Dragonites. Oh my gosh, look at him. I think I said in my Hug, Pat, and Gnaw that Dragonite looks like Peach Dragon. Or reminds me of Peach Dragon. Because that's a cute Peach Dragon type face and posture. So Dragonite is number 149. It is dragon flying. It's 7 feet and 3 inches. And it's 463 pounds. I couldn't say it for a second. It is said that somewhere in the ocean lies an island where these gather. Only they live there. Okay. And the red version says, it can fly in spite of its big and bulky physique. It circles the globe in just 16 hours. Wow. Okay. So next up in Dragon, we have Kingdra. That's number 230. It is Water Dragon. It's 5'11" and 335.1 pounds. With the arrival of a storm at sea, this Pokemon will show itself on the surface. When a Kingdra and a Dragonite meet, a fierce battle ensues. And then the red version says, scales shed by this Pokemon have such a splendid gleam to them. Have such a splendorous gleam to them that they've been given to royalty as gifts. Okay. And then those are the previous versions. Horsia and Cedra. Okay, and next there is Salamence. And number 373. And it also has a mega version, which is that. That's kind of cool. It's almost like a vehicle, like a plane or a jet. It is dragon flying. It's 4'11", so it's it's a little bit taller than I am. And it's 226.2 pounds. It flies around on its wings, which have grown in at last. In its happiness, it gushes hot flames, burning up everything it passes over. Oh my gosh. And then the red version says, it becomes uncontrollable if it is enraged. It destroys everything with shedding claws and fire. Yikes. And its pre-evolution is Bagon. And then next evolution is Shelgon. Alright. Oh, what is the mega version? So it... Okay. I was about to say... So it, in the mega version, is now 5 foot 11 inches and 248.2 pounds. The stress of its two proud wings becoming misshapen and stuck together because of the strong energy makes it go on a rampage. And then the red version says, it puts its forelegs inside its shell to streamline itself for flight. Salamence flies at high speeds over all kinds of topographical features. Okay, and last in the dragon category, we have Goodra at number 706. I don't think that's dragon anymore. No, that's not dragon anymore. So we just have this version for dragon. It looks like it's dripping. I don't like that. So it's dragon type. It's 6 foot 7 inches and 331.8 pounds. It loves the rain. This mellow Pokemon can be seen walking around on the plains and in the mountains on rainy days. And the red version says, this Pokemon is uncontrollable when enraged. It rampages on, lashing its tail with enough power to send a dump truck flying. It likes to mention a dump truck, I noticed. And its pre-evolutions are Gloomy and Sliggoo. Okay, I don't know. Oh, that's scary. So the next Pokemon category is called Dragon Orb. And we have Ragged Drago at number 895. It is a dragon type Pokemon. It's 6'11" and 440.9 pounds. An academic theory proposes that Regidrago's arms were once the head of an ancient dragon Pokemon. The theory remains unproven. And the red version says, its body is composed of crystallized dragon energy. Regidrago is said to have the powers of every dragon Pokemon. Okay. And it doesn't evolve. Okay, the next category is called Drawn Sword. And we have Kartana at number 798. My nose is starting to get stuffy, so I'm going to end the video soon. It is grass and steel. It's 1 foot tall, and it's 0.2 pounds. This Ultra Beast body, which is as thin as paper, is like a sharpened sword. And the red version says, although it's alien to this world and a danger here, it's apparently a common organism in the world where it normally lives. Yeah, that makes sense. And it doesn't have any evolutions. Okay, and this category is called Dream Eater. And we got Muna at number 517. It is a psychic Pokemon. It's 2 foot tall, and it's 51.4 pounds. Late at night, it appears beside people's pillows. Oh my god. As it feeds on dreams, the patterns on its body give off a faint glow. And the red version says, it eats dreams and releases mist. The mist is pink when it's eating a good dream and black when it's seeing a nightmare. And it evolves into Musharna. Okay. And I think this is the last category I'm going to do on this video. Actually, no, I only have I only have 4 more categories left in D. So let's finish off D. And then that way, the next video, I can start off with D. So this category is called Drill. And we have Nidoqueen at number 31. It is a poison ground type. It's 4'3", so it's a little bit smaller than I am. And it's 132.3 pounds. Nidoqueen is better at defense than offense. With scales like armor, this Pokemon will shield its children from any kind of attack. And the red version says it pacifies offspring by placing them in the gaps between the spines on its back. Okay. The spines will never secrete poison when young are present. I have to hiccup again. And its pre-evolutions are Nidoran, female, and Nidorina. And next we have Nidoking at number 34. It is poison ground. It is 4'7". It's my height. It's 136.7 pounds. When it goes on a rampage, it's impossible to control. But in the presence of a Nidoqueen it's lived with for a long time, Nidoking calms down. That's kind of cute. Nidoking prides itself on its strength. It's forceful and spirited in battle, making use of its thick tail and diamond-crushing horn. Okay. And for Nidoking, its pre-evolutions are Nidoran male and Nidorino. Okay. And next we have Rhydon at 112. It is ground rock. It's 6'3" and 264.6 pounds. It begins walking on its hind legs after evolution. It can punch holes through boulders with its horn. And the red version says, protected by an armor-like hide, it is capable of living in molten lava of 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And its pre-evolution is Rhyhorn, and its next evolution is Rhyperior. Okay. And that's actually going to be the next Pokemon that we look at. So this is Pokemon 464. It is ground rock. It's 7 feet 10 inches and it's 623.5 pounds. It can load up to 3 projectiles per arm into the holes in its hands. What launches out of those holes could be either rocks or Roggenrola. And the red version says, it relies on its Google help. Carapace to deflect incoming attacks and throw its enemy off balance. As soon as that happens, it drives its drill into the foe. That sounds so harsh. Okay, next category is called drowsing. And we got Musharna at number 518. Yeah, that kind of, it looks like an embryo. A sleeping embryo, but instead of coming out of the belly button, it's coming out of the top of its head. It's psychic Pokemon. It's 3'7" and 133.4 pounds. When dark mists emanate from its body, don't get too near. If you do, your nightmares will become reality. And the red version says, it drowses and dreams all the time. It's best to leave it be if it's just woken up, as it's a terrible grump when freshly roused from sleep. Alright. So next Pokemon is Kamala at number 775. Some of these Pokemon I've never encountered, so it's interesting to read all this about them. It is a normal type. And I mean, the only game I've actually beat a Pokemon is Pokemon that I remember is Pokemon Silver. So I know that ages me. It is 1 foot 4 inches and 43.9 pounds. It's a heavy little thing. Kamala spends its entire life sleeping. It feeds on leaves that contain a potent poison only Kamala can break down. If it spends its entire life sleeping, how does it eat? And the red version says, a potent anesthetic can be made by diluting Kamala's drool. This anesthetic was used for surgeries in the past. Okay. And it doesn't evolve. So the second to last category is called Drummer, and we have Rillaboom at 812, and there's also Gigantamax version. Oh my gosh. Yep. Making sure it's the same category. Alright. It's a grass type Pokemon. It's 6'11" and 198.4 pounds. By drumming, it taps into the power of its special tree stump. The roots of the stump follow its direction in battle. And the red version says the one with the best drumming techniques becomes the boss of the troop. It has a gentle disposition and values harmony among its group. Okay. And its pre-evolutions are Grookey and Thwackary. You remember Thwackary. Let's see about this version. So it's still grass. It jumps up to 91 feet, at least 91 feet and 10 inches. And no one knows how heavy it is. Gigantamax energy has caused Rillaboom's stump to grow into a drum set that resembles a forest. And the red version, it says Rillaboom has become one with its forest of drums and continues to lay down beats that shake all of Galar. At first I thought it said Forest of Dreams. No. And the last category in D and for this video is Duck. And the first off we have Psyduck at number 54. It is a water yeah, my voice is going. Last Pokemon. Or last category. It's water type. It's 2 foot 7 inches and 43.2 pounds. It's constantly racked by a headache. When the headache turns intense, it begins using mysterious powers. And the red version says, if its chronic headache peaks, it may exhibit odd powers. It seems to be unable to recall such an episode. Oh my gosh. And it evolves into Golduck, which is the next Pokemon that we're going to look at, and the last Pokemon for this video. So here is Golduck at number 55. It is a water type Pokemon. It's 5 feet 7 inches and 168.9 pounds. When it swims at full speed using its long webbed limbs, its forehead somehow begins to glow. Okay, this. Oop, that's what I mean. Couldn't see my pointer for a second. And the red version says it swims gracefully along on the quiet, slow-moving rivers and lakes of which it is so fond. Okay. All right. So this is a good place to stop for now. Yay! We're in E next episode. It's coming along now. All right. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.